Hello, welcome to my tell-all series, episode 2, The Fake Resume Industry. We've all heard the term fake news. Now I want to introduce you to the fake resume. It's a silent crisis in hiring that no one is talking about, and it's spreading fast. A candidate made it through 2 interviews with a fake resume, but when invited on site, they suddenly had a very polished excuse why they couldn't attend. Because if they do, they know the jig is up. And this isn't rare, this is happening every single day in hiring. On paper, they look flawless. Every technology, every keyword, a recruiter's dream. And in the interviews, they're quite polished as well, because here's the truth. Someone is feeding them the answers. Or they're reading from a script. They had to because they're a fraud. And that's what happens when you do video interviews. I see it constantly, and too often companies don't realize they're being played until it's too late. In this particular instance, the client was oppressed. He was ready to move forward, but here's the pattern I've seen over and over. The moment that you ask them for real-time proof, such as meeting somebody in person, it all seems to fall apart. Because on site, guess what? There's no script. There's no lifeline. It's just your knowledge. And when invited to meet them in person, even if a company pays to fly them in, they find an excuse not to come. Now, a legitimate candidate might have a real reason for not showing up, but they'll still cooperate in another way. The fakes, they won't. Once you insist on bringing them in, guess what? They ghost you. That's your red flag. Even in a remote job, a live unscripted test, whether on-site or Zoom, will expose the truth. But here's the bigger problem. This isn't resume padding anymore. This is entire resumes that are fake. And it's become an industry. Think about it. Resumes churned out like products on an assembly line. Stories rehearsed to sound robotic. Perfect on paper, but impossible to back up live. So, why do they do it? It's simple. If they can fake it long enough to get a paycheck and then repeat the process over and over again, they'll do it. It's survival for them. And companies are footing the bill. And the cost is massive. Weeks, sometimes months, wasted on interviewing, onboarding, and salaries before the truth finally come out. And what's worse, good candidates that are looking for jobs, they're getting sidelined. And how can a really good candidate compete with the fake? They can't. And here's where the danger that no one talks about comes in. It puts a black mark on every other resume. The flood of fakes makes hiring managers skeptical, so strong, genuine candidates get overlooked right alongside the frauds. So, how do we actually catch it? I'd look for the patterns. Buzzwords that sound like a job description, timelines that don't match up with technology that wasn't even out yet, candidates who dodge unscripted evaluations. 1 or 2 signs alone might not mean fraud, but when the pattern continues, don't ignore it. It's too good to be true, it probably is. In my line of work, I screen 20 or so of these resumes every single day, and I'm just one person. You multiply that by recruiters across the country, and it's no wonder why real talent is not breaking through. I've been in the business for decades, long enough to watch the game change, and not for the best. You don't need to know my name right now. Just know that I'm on the inside, and I'm here to tell you what's really happening. And I'll continue to do so. Be careful out there.